Good evening, I am Arvind again with you. Okay, today I will teach you Robert Frost's another poem that is Fire and Ice. As I told you earlier, Robert Frost was American poet and he appeals to Indian readers. Do you know why? Because his famous poem Stopping by Oats was very effective and impressive for Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. When Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was at the 11th hour, or you can say he was about to die, he wrote some lines of Robert Frost, and these lines were taken from his famous poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. What are the lines? Listen carefully. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. This is the last stanza of the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, and it has symbolic meaning. The poet was on his horse and he stopped near a dense forest. He was attracted, he was fascinated to see the beauty of that dense forest. It was lovely, dark and deep. The forest was lovely, dark and deep. But he had promised to go far away, and this is not his goal. He has to go far away. He has to travel his journey of life before sleep. Before sleep means before death. In the same way, Pandit Nehru has to do a lot of things for our country or for India, and he has to do a lot of things. So these are the lines of Robert Frost's famous poem Stopping by Oats on a Snowy Evening. He has in some other famous poem also, Dust of Snow, wrote this side state in class 12 you will get in Flamingo. After that, Stopping by Oats on a Snowy Evening. Okay, so today I'm going to start the poem Fire and Ice. Okay, so first of all you should know that the poet Robert Frost believes in the destruction of the world, and the whole world will be destroyed by fire and ice. Okay, how will it happen? Let us know. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. Okay, so the poet says that the day will come when our earth will be destroyed by fire. Some people believe in this hypothesis. Okay, according to them, the volcano erupts and the whole earth will be destroyed. Otherwise, the sun will come closer and closer to earth, and because of intense heat, the whole earth will be destroyed. It is because of fire. And how will the earth will destroy? Let us know. By ice. Ice simply means the change in the climate of the earth. Because of the change of climate of the earth, our earth will be destroyed. Okay, so we should know some people believe in these two hypotheses, but I am telling you, it is not as easy as you understand. Robert Frost has used the word fire and ice, and it has symbolic meaning. Fire means desire, will, passion. Okay, so suppose if desire is fulfilled by someone, the whole world will be destroyed. I am giving you the example of Hitler, and you should know if he became all in all of his country, what would have happened? Can you imagine? Let me tell you something about Hitler because he is a famous person in world history. Hitler was an Austrian German, and earlier he was doing the work of painting or painter or embossing. Later on he joined in army, and at that time Weimar Republic was ruling over Germany. Okay, and Hitler started to say our country Germany has been defeated because of the politicians of our country. So according to Hitler, politicians were responsible for the defeat of German in First World War. Okay, now for he acted against the law of German. He was sentenced to jail, and there he wrote a famous book, Mein Kampf. And in that book, he mentioned everything about his party, Nazi party, and he was a great orator also. I am telling you, when Hitler became the dictator of Germany, he said, "No German accepts the treaty as a fair settlement between equals without victors or vanquished." What is the meaning of this sentence? Let us know. Means, as you know, after First World War, Treaty of Versailles was imposed on Germany. But when Hitler became the dictator of Germany, he started to violate the rules of the country, of the treaty. And you should know that on Germany, Treaty of Versailles was imposed. Okay, and according to this treaty, Germany became handicapped. He became isolated. Okay, so Hitler started to violate the rules of Treaty of Versailles, and as a result of it, Second World War took place. As I told you, Hitler was a great orator. He says to German people, listen, the line is the line of Hitler. He says, to serve Hitler is to serve Germany is to serve God. It simply means that if you serve history, if you do anything for Hitler, it simply means you are doing for his own country, Germany. And if you are doing the work of Germany, it simply means you are serving to God. Okay, so you should know, out of an utterly hopeless situation, Hitler has to commit suicide and he dies in Second World War. Again, Germany was defeated. So Hitler was responsible for the outbreak of Second World War. So it is all about that. I am telling you about desire, will, or passion. If such person became the prime minister, became the main controller of the country, the whole world would destroy. Okay. After then, the poet also says about eyes. What is eyes? Eyes simply refers to hatred. Suppose in your class there is a boy, he is on the top position. Others was simply jealous of him, and as a result of it, hatred spreads, and in this way the whole world will destroy. Okay, this is a simple example of eyes, that means hatred. Okay, so it is here. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So he says he believes, Robert Frost believes in the destruction of world by fire or by desire. Okay, and he says if world destroys by fire, he is in favor of this. He is in favor of this desire. Okay, so however, suppose again second time again the world will destroy. What will happen? But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of head to say that for destruction of eyes is also great and would satisfy. Okay, so he says again, first of all, the world would destroy by fire. Suppose it happens after the again the world has to destroy, it will be destroyed by ice. Okay, or you can say hatred. Okay, so he say it's also good if it destroys by ice or hatred. It's good, and it is sufficient. So it is all about the poetry, and you will get some important questions. You will get the 4 lines of the poem, and you have to write the answer of the question. So it is all about the poetry. So this is the poetry of first flight, and this is your third chapter. I will again continue your book portion. Okay, so just enjoy. This is the beginning of your session, and don't waste your time. Start preparation from now, because you don't have enough time for your final examination. If you continue your study properly in detailed way, you have to work hard. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time in roaming here and there with your friends. Okay, be concentrated on your study. Only English would help you if you go through it properly. So thank you all of you. Good night.